Well, if you're a Clippers fan, you're probably disappointed today. The Clippers lost the series between the Houston Rockets. Now, let me say one thing about this whole series. I think it's highly pathetic that you had three opportunities in the playoffs to close out a team and you failed to do it. Now, if everybody is not familiar with the whole series between Clippers versus the Houston Rockets, it was, I believe, 3-1. Um, Clippers being up by three. Houston only had one game, and Houston hustled and they got all the way up to Game 7 and closed these guys out. And this is pathetic because at the NBA level, no way a caliber team like the Clippers, with probably one of the best coaches we've ever seen in NBA history, Doc Rivers, let the Houston Rockets close them out after being up, two games. You had three opportunities to close these dudes out. So I just find it ridiculous, and I was rooting for the Clippers to win, the Western Conference because I am a fan of CP3. I like that brother. I like the way he carries himself on and off the court. I got a lot of respect for Doc Rivers. You guys that know me personally know I'm a Boston Celtic fan, and Doc came from over there, and I knew that when he landed in LA to coach his Clippers squad, he was going to do a lot with him, and he has. But it's just these guys, when it comes down to pressure, they don't execute for some reason. It's like one night they might do a little something, the next night they might be off. So now it's representing the Western Conference. It's Golden State versus the Houston Rockets, and then you got the Eastern Conference Finals, which would be the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Atlanta Hawks. And the Atlanta Hawks really shocked everybody this year because when you look at their squad, they don't even really have a star player. They just have great guys that are the starting five and cats coming off the bench that are able to execute, and they've gotten pretty far. I mean, nobody during the beginning of the season would have guessed that the Atlanta Hawks would be in the conference finals. But I mean, both of my teams are out. I had the Chicago Bulls pick for the Eastern Conference. Again, y'all know D Rose is my favorite player in the game right now, and I was rooting for them guys because he was hurt for several years, and it was like they had a lot of opportunities to get to the finals, but because D Rose is not playing, it really set them back. So I was rooting for them, but they lost. And by close games too. And the Clippers lost, so I'm out. I'm not watching any more basketball until probably the later part of the NBA Finals because I really don't care who wins now. But if I had to pick somebody, I would say Golden State because everybody you watch basketball. Steph Curry, that boy, he gets busy. Dude is nice. So if I had to pick somebody, I say Golden State. But I mean, anybody could take it. Even Atlanta Hawk, they might surprise everybody and knock out the Cavaliers with LeBron James. So we just don't know how things are gonna happen. And every year, somebody upsets somebody during the playoffs. It never fails. Every year is the same thing. But I mean, I'm disappointed in the Clippers, man. I really was rooting for those guys this year, and being in LA, living in LA, for several years, and coming down here as a child, the Clippers were always the underdogs from the Lakers. I remember it was a time when you might be playing at a park somewhere and they were giving out free Clipper tickets because nobody wanted to come to the games because the LA Lakers was so hot. You had Shaq and Kobe over there. They was dominating the game. Even when Shaq left, even though I don't care for Kobe as a person, dude is nice. You can't take away what he does on the court. So the Lakers had it booming for years, but now they're on a rebuilding phase, and Kobe's getting ready to retire. He probably only got maybe about a year, if we're lucky, 2 years left before he hangs it up. So I was really rooting for these guys, man, because I remember when the Clippers, weren't shit. Nobody was checking for the Clippers. Now you got a lot of bandwagon fans jumping on board and everything. And I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't super rooting for the Clippers when the Lakers were booming, but I like that organization minus Donald Sterling. So what I mean, it is what it is. But I just think they could have gave a better effort this year. As far as the playoffs. I mean, y'all worked hard to get to this point. Come on now. You got 3 opportunities to close Houston out, and you lose it. I mean, I know Harden is a beast, but come on now, nobody couldn't rough up Howard or do something. What about my man? I forgot his what's that dude name? Jamal Crawford. He's nice. Why y'all didn't put him in there? Execute some things during practice so that he can be more influential in this series. Come on, man. CP3 does what he does. The other what was that last week? I mean, he showed his ass on the court. That was probably one of his best games of his career. But I ain't gonna make this video too long, man. But y'all give me y'all feedback on who you think is gonna win this year's championship, or who do you think is gonna get to the finals. I'm out, man. Better luck next year.